Good day, friends. Welcome once again to this YouTube channel, Crypto Hope TV. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about Pi Network and what and its utility. First of all, Pi Network is what is a mobile app created by three Stanford University graduates in which they had a vision to build the world's most inclusive peer-to-peer economy and online what experience that is fueled by the what by the Pi coin. Now, this Pi network is what is a mobile app which is available both in what in the Android devices and in the iOS devices for you to be able to what to mine the Pi coin daily while you interact with the what with the mobile app. Well, it was built by Dr. Nicholas Kokalis, head of technology at Stanford University, and also by Dr. Chen Del Fan, head of product of what of Pi. So they came up with the idea to build a what a peer-to-peer platform that is what powered by by Pi coin. Now there's something unique about Pi that differentiates Pi from other cryptocurrency. Well, Pi is a decentralized what cryptocurrency, but then it is unique in the sense that the creators, which is what these two individuals, they created Pi in a unique way. Other cryptocurrencies in the market, what they first do is to what is to create what the project, and when you and I come on board and buy the coin, it increases the what the value of the coin, and with time the value appreciates more and more. But what the PiCoin team did in this case is that they are actually building the community first. So by building the community, they are actually giving what the Pi strength, whereby when the community operates on the what on the mobile app and transact between themselves, the value keeps appreciating, and with time the value will be something massive that the whole world will want to look into. So they are building the community first while others are building the project first. Then the Pi network has been sidelined into three phases. That's when you're talking about the roadmap of the Pi network. The Pi network has the beta phase, which started in November 2018. That was when the app was launched, and then we were able to log into our apps and what tap on the mining icon daily as long as you wanted to mine. That was when the beta phase kicked off. And then the white paper for the Pi core team, the Pi network, was launched in March of 2019. This is the Pi network white paper, of which I'll be dropping a link in the description and below for you to go through it and what get across with it. There's a lot here that you're going to love and enjoy, because they explained what the consensus mechanism they are going to be using in what in the Pi network, and also they talked about what the utility, of which I'm going to throw more light on it with time. But let's proceed. Now, in terms of the beta phase, which started November 2018, we have passed the beta phase, and we also entered into the testnet phase that was launched in what in March 14, 2020. Now the testnet phase spanned for a short while because it made the adoption of Pi increase massively, whereby pioneers increased from 3.5 million pioneers to 30 million pioneers, and this made them move toward the mainnet phase. But what they were actually doing in the testnet phase was that, because the testnet phase is what they actually have to offer to us in the mainnet phase, but they wanted us, the pioneers, to interact with the what with the Pi app. Now, what they were testing for was for connectivity, for performance, and for security and scalability in the Pi blockchain, whereby the pioneers come on board on their Pi app and interact with this what with this mobile app and check if the connectivity is strong, to check the performance of what of the transactions that is being going on. That is, when you send your Pi testnet coin to others and you receive to your what to your trusted security network. Then they also tested the scalability, whereby it was able to be what operated on nodes by what different users all across what the globe. Now, talking about the testnet phase, it spanned for a very short time, whereby we moved into the mainnet phase. And as we entered the mainnet phase actually had two network period, whereby we are still currently in the mainnet phase, but we are in the closed network period. The mainnet phase has two network period, the closed network period and the open network period. In the closed network period, there are some restrictions because they are trying to enable users to verify their KYC and prove that they are not actually bots. That these users, they are not bots, they are human beings, you and I, that are just coming online to mine. Because a lot of persons out there created different scam accounts so that they could accumulate excessive pi. And with doing this is going to affect the integrity of the of the ecosystem. So therefore there was need for KYC, which is know your customer. And this closed network period, within this period you can't exchange your pi coin for other USDT and other fiat currencies, and you can't send it to any external exchanges. You can only use it to transact between your fellow pioneers. You send and you receive pi coin from one pi pioneer to another. Then when we enter into the open network period, that's when the KYC would still be rolling out, but then to some extent there will be a limitation whereby it will span for about 6 months, and then KYC will end and they will have to delete other wasted or illegal pioneer accounts. And in this open network phase, you will be able to sell and exchange your pi network for different fiat currencies. Now we move on to the utility that is available on the pi network space. We have basically 4 utility in the pi coin network, okay, or the pi network. We have pi as a ledger for consensus. We have pi as shared attention and time. We also have pi as as shared data connection, and we also have pi as a decentralized app. So these are the 4 basic utility that's present in the pi network coin. When you talk about pi ledger consensus, they strictly operate on a unique form of consensus mechanism, which is called the Stellar Consensus Protocol, XCP, whereby each node will be able to verify if a transaction is valid or not valid. So they will be and when this node verify a transaction, and when the transaction is from a trusted pioneer that is under a secret circle of another pioneer, it adds it up into a ledger, whereby whenever that particular pioneer wants to process a transaction, it occurs faster because he had already processed transactions before. So that's when you're talking about the Stellar Consensus Protocol. It's a new kind of consensus protocol, and it has been tested on the testnet phase and is working excellently well. Then you talk about the shared attention. Now for the shared attention is when so many top companies will come on board to want to advertise on pi. Now it's not like this current in the web 2 whereby we view adverts from different companies and we don't make any money from those adverts we view. It's different in pi in the web 3. When mainnet goes live, you're going to be the one to decide if you actually want an ad to display on your pi app. And whenever any ad is displayed on your pi app, the company displaying that ad is going to be paying you pi for displaying such ads on your app. So giving you authority. So it's not a centralized authority, giving you authority to decide whatsoever is happening on your pi app. Okay, then we talk about the shared data connection. Now in shared data connection, as a pioneer, you can what offer your services on the what on the Pi network community, whereby if you are a designer or a programmer, you could offer your service that, okay, I'm a web 2 developer, I'm a web 3 developer, and people will employ you to develop for them, and then you get paid. You understand? As a designer, when you design graphics design, images, and so much more for other pioneers, you get paid for your services. So this is the work of the shared data connection, giving what pioneers access to what to generate more fund on the what Pi ecosystem. Then we'll talk about the decentralized app. So there are going to be so many decentralized apps on the Pi network, of which so many are already built on the Pi network, and testnet phase have already undergone, and they are about being rolled out into the mainnet phase. So these are the basic 4 utilities that we are going to see on the Pi network phase. Okay, so when we now talk about the tokenomics, which is the most important thing most of you came here for. Yes, of course, Pi is limited. Pi does not undergo inflation. Pi has a limited supply of 100 billion. So they are trying to emulate the standard of Bitcoin that has a 21 million watt limited supply, in which once this 21 million is exhausted and has been mined completely, mining would no longer occur, increasing what scarcity. Here is the same thing on what on the Pi network. There's only going to be 100 billion Pi in what supply when you talk about the tokenomics. And after this 100 billion Pi has been mined, there is no longer going to be any Pi coin mined or minted. What giving cutting off what inflation. You understand? So the only thing we're going to be experiencing is only deflation of the Pi coin for those who registered multiple accounts. So after KYC, those accounts will be deleted, and what the Pi will be lost forever, leading to what burning of those what wasted tokens. So now when we talk about the tokenomics of Pi, which is the 100 billion, inside this 100 billion, 80% goes to the what? To the community for mining. So the community members will mine 80% of this what 100 billion, which is what assumed to be what 80 billion Pi coin. Why the Pi core team we mine 20%, which is 20 billion. Now, the same way you and I, the pioneers, are mining from our 80% is the same way the Pi core team and the developers are also mining from their what 20%. So that is to say, if we are allocated 10% of what, if we are able to mine only 10% of the total Pi supply, which is the 80 billion of our total mineable Pi supply, it means the Pi core team will be able to only mine out what only the what 10% of their what the 20 billion. So this is just an intro. We all know CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is one of the what the place where we go to track data of any coin or cryptocurrency. Now, as you can see, it is not yet ranking because they have not yet gone live, but is listed as a coin because it has its own blockchain world security. This is the website minepi.com, and this is massive. 49,000 persons have whitelisted what Pi on their watch list, waiting for what information for Pi to go live. Now, this is just a little data on Pi Network on the CoinMarketCap. Pi Network is a novel cryptocurrency and developer platform that allows mobile users to mine Pi coins without draining the device battery, reducing the environmental impact, and what fosters the world's most accessible and ubiquitous apps platform where developers can offer users real life utilities and products in exchange for Pi coins. So with this little I have been able to analyze for you guys, I really hope you will be able to what just help me by what subscribing to my YouTube channel. It won't really cost you much, but it will what it will mean everything to me if you give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crypto Hope TV. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us on everything on Pi, and also what? The utility. Goodbye.